Hello everyone, I'd like to welcome you back to Stag Studio. My name is Rispa, your president of Stag Radio, but today I'm wearing a different hat. Today I'm coming as president of the East and South African Society. And with me here I have my two signatory members, and I'll just let them introduce themselves before we dive into what the ESA SOC is.
Hello, I am Taro. I am studying law and I'm from Botswana, so it's a pleasure to be here. I am the vice president of the committee, so glad to be here.
Love that.
And hi guys, I'm Dina. I am from Mauritius. I am the treasurer of the society. And yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be an exciting journey.
I love that. As you can see, I have a team full of people that are highly ambitious and they have the motivation that it needs to run the society, which is why I'm really excited to have them here. So to just give you guys an overview of what the ESA Society is and why I decided to found it is because I feel like the whole feeling of having a home away from home is something that every international student longs to have, and it's one that I felt I was particularly lacking during my time here in the UK. And obviously it begged me to ask the question, I'm probably not the only one who's feeling this. So what's the best way that I can be part of the solution and not just sit and assume that someone else is going to provide the solution for me. So I needed to have a more a community that was much similar, like they understand the culture that I've lived in. And some people would ask, why not just have an East African society? Why East and Southern African society? I think those two societies are very similar. Like our cultures are quite similar. I look at the music, the vibe, the food, our attire, it's so similar in regards to the other regions in Africa that I felt like it would be a vibe. Also, but on a more personal level, I am a diehard for Amapiano, so I was very biased when I was speaking. When I was speaking my regions, I was really biased. So that's ideally, the nutshell. So my ultimate goal for the society, but also I think my position here as president is to ensure that people from my culture feel like but the UK as well can be a home away from home. It can be a second home for them to reach out to people that they know will understand, are able to put themselves in their shoes as to the problems that they're facing, especially now that winter's coming. But I'll just throw the question back to you guys in regards to what your personal goal is and what do you strive to achieve as being a member of the society, but also in your elected positions.
When you first brought this to my attention, I was definitely I need to be at the forefront of things, because I feel like as the committee and as just in general, there's not enough influence from our side, our where we're from and stuff, and our background and stuff. If you go to the clubs mostly, you won't hear as much Amapiano as you'd want. I say I love Amapiano so much. It's you won't hear as much of it, or you won't hear more culture influence from where we're from specifically. So I was heads on, we need more of us. We need to introduce people to us more. They need to be aware. We can teach them a lot. There's so much they can learn from us as a committee as well. What I'm saying? So it's I'm so excited for us. We have so much planned for the future for us, and I know this is gonna be so great.
That's lovely. What about you, Dina? What's your personal goal?
So for me, the reason that I really wanted to join this society is obviously my ancestors are from India, but I cannot relate to the society there because the Indian society, because I do not speak the language. I do not speak Tamil. My ancestors left the country for so long. I speak Creole, I speak French, but I do not understand that part, and I did not fit in that society clearly. And I relate more to the music from the African continent than the music from India, if you get what I mean. I'm more used to that because Creole is very similar, because again, Mauritius is a tiny island, but it does form part of Africa. And yes, I wanted that feeling where I belong somewhere, because it's very hard in the UK to be able to fit somewhere, to be honest. And I did like that, and I wanted to contribute to make an impact at the university, to be honest, because
Yeah.
you don't know what's going on, and it goes so fast as well. I'm in second year, and God, where did first year go? And, that's basically it. To be fair,
I think it's touched on a very good point there in regards to, I mean, you know your people, you know your ancestral background, but you don't feel connected to them because that's not where you grew up, you know. And that's also one thing that I have come to realize I'm kind of battling it, because now I'm in a situation where I have moved far from home. Like, I live so far now that I've spent all of my adulting life here in the UK, but I spent all of my childhood back in Kenya. So because when I came to the UK, I felt like I kind of need to not really change, but learn how to adapt and integrate into the society here. But that consequently led to me having to tweak a few things about my own character, about my own mindset, in order for me to understand how the Brits work. What's their vibe like, so that I don't feel like an outcast, I don't feel like a foreigner. But the thing is, I still do feel like a foreigner, and I am a foreigner. I don't know why I'm trying to run away from that fact. But because I'm trying so hard to feel like I need to integrate myself to this society, when I go back home, I feel like a foreigner. Because I've changed a bit of...
Yes, you reach that point where you don't fit back at home, but you don't fit here as well. So where do
I stand?
Yes,
you know,
I get what you mean.
Where am I? Like, where's my culture now? Because now I'm like, I'm not a Brit, I'm Kenyan, but like, I'm not as Kenyan as I used to be, but like, I'm not getting any more like British inside me, you know, like the difference is there. And I think that's a feeling most people relate to.
Definitely, yeah.
Which is a feeling that we can get to discuss, because the same way you guys have just been able to relate like that when I brought up, like, yeah, I get what she's saying, I understand, is that I think that that's the type of vibe I aim to have in the society, where you can relate to my point so fast without having to think, okay, what would it mean for me to try and put myself in your shoes, because I'm already in your shoes. I'm already in that same environment. So I think that's one thing that we are striving to tackle, or like to make sure people feel less here, is that it can be a home. Like, I don't know, I remember a friend told me, like, the home is where your heart is, not where your body is. So as long as you're feeling comfortable, you're feeling calm, everything is peaceful inside you, that's where your home is at. You could be anywhere. You could be somewhere stranded in Iceland. For goodness what. But you still feel at peace. You don't particularly have to be integrated with the society there. But that's what your vibe is like. You don't forget yourself. But, you know, I think when we look at... Let's just talk about how the community environment is here in Surrey. I mean, I know Surrey is very diverse. The UK is very diverse. I mean, you can find people from, you know, all walks of life. But then in Surrey specifically, we have a wide range of like the different cultures that are here, which is good, because then you don't necessarily end up feeling like an outcast, but you do of course remember that you are a minority because you're not in your home country. But like, your personal experience, how has it felt like for you when you're trying to I guess to understand the people around you, or to feel understood by the people around you? You know, there's two perspectives towards that. I think as I give you time to think about it, I'll just probably talk about like my experience. I mean, I obviously, when you live in your home country and you come here, it's much easier for you to try and understand other people, because you're being forced out of your comfort zone. I mean, it is willingly. I think I should have used the word forced. I mean, I choose to come here. So my friends are like, okay, we're throwing you there, you know. But you kind of have to learn how to step out of your comfort zone in everything that you do. So if it's the type of conversations you're having, to the language you're conversing in, to the tone, to the type of words that you choose, like, things had to change. Back at home, I was busy speaking my Swahili 24/7. Sometimes we throw in a bit of English words here and there, but there was that understanding that it's deeper when you speak your native language, you know. But coming here, the vibe was different, so I had to learn. I mean, I think that's also the whole part of like the growth process. So understanding other people, I found it easy, but I found it hard to feel understood, because the people that I'm interacting with, they've grown up here. This is the same shell that they've kind of been raised in. So they don't know what it means like to be put in an environment where you never grew up in, that you have to adapt into. So I've always felt that the energy there is not there's a disconnect. You guys feel the same thing?
Yeah
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. No, I feel as if like coming here was, obviously it's a new experience. Like, I wanted to come here to the UK. One thing about Surrey that I have to recognize is like they are a really welcoming place. I
True.
would say totally, like, there's so many people from different backgrounds. Like, when I ask, like, where you from, they'll be like, oh, I'm from Zim. We're like, oh,
Okay.
like, oh, you're my neighbor, you
Yeah.
know? As being from Botswana, like, no one really knows where that is. I mean, the first impression they get is like, I'm South African, but really
Yeah.
and truly I'm from Botswana. So that's what it is. And also, like, you start to adopt like a lot more, like, in different cultures and stuff like that. And I even started teaching like my boyfriend some languages. I'm like, at home, yeah, I started teaching him so many common words that I use at home, so that, like, because I'm always around him, so like when I say these words, like, you're not foreign to them, like, you know them and you understand them. So it makes me feel a lot better, like, you know, at least he understands some words and stuff, and like I don't completely stop speaking my language when I'm here, you know. So
Yeah.
that makes it better for me.
Oh, that's lovely.
I'm
Yeah.
smiling because normally when I talk to my sister, right, I don't want my boyfriend to understand, I speak in Creole.
Yeah.
But the thing is, right, now he does understand.
Yeah.
He gets some of the words and stuff,
definitely.
because Creole is very similar to French, if you want, and there's a little bit of English. Well, I wouldn't know how to describe Creole, to be honest, but he started understanding the language, and I'm like, oh my god, like, I can't even gossip anymore with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, for my part, Mauritians and Surrey, I haven't seen many of them. We are a very small society. I've met some this year, but it's because they've moved in the uni this year, their first years. But I feel like there are more Mauritians in university, but I've just never met them, because we are a very small island. We are a small community in Surrey, and we can't make a society of our own. And the closest we can get to that is the ESA. And I just wanted to let those know that are here that yes, you know, there's a motion here. We've started doing something. Join us. Let's meet up. Oh, I miss speaking Creole so much. But yes, it's that feeling. It's that feeling to find the home away from home, I suppose. And I get what you mean that you chose to come here. Sometimes, like, I regret that decision when I miss my mother's food. But you know what? You have to grow up. We are growing up.
There's some
people.
sacrifices we do have to make.
Yes, but it's interesting, and oh my god, you guys have no idea how much I'm looking forward to that society and what we can actually bring to the
definitely.
university.
I think you guys can see the ambition that is filled in this room. I'm pretty sure people watching can actually feel like how the excitement you have, because we've been waiting. We've been waiting.
We have.
You know, the whole ratification process was so long. There's a point I was actually close to giving up, but that's a story time for another day. Because we're running out of time. But you know, like, now that we have our society, we have so much in store for you guys, and we hope that you guys will be able to see, like, the vision behind it. You'll actually get to see the vision becoming a reality, and I hope you actually be able to put, you know, names to these faces over here, so that you know who to approach if you need anything, if it's on a more professional level as signatories, or a more personal level as people who can relate to your culture. Like, we're always more than happy to reach out to anyone. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning into our Stag Studio episode, and thank you guys for coming in. You guys have been wonderful, marvelous, loving the energy as always, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.